I'm here with Mark Fox, who is a wildlife photographer. Now, tell me, what's it like being a wildlife photographer, Mark?
It's a bit of both things. It's either really, really frustrating at times because you're spending all your time trying to get a subject to photograph or whatever, but it also takes a lot of time to research and things like that. So it can be really frustrating, but then once you've got your moment and you've got that on a media by film or by a photograph, then it can be really, really it can be really rewarding.
Great, and so do you have an area of expertise?
Like you said, I photograph wildlife mainly, but at the moment, for the past about 7 months, I've been photographing the red squirrel and filming as well. So yeah, that's probably my main subject at the moment.
What have you been doing in Cornwall recently?
Cornwall have an introduction of the red squirrel because in England we only have the grey squirrel. So they're trying to reintroduce the red squirrel into just Cornwall as a county, and they're starting off doing it into the Lizard and West Penwith areas. So I'm sort of doing a video to talk about how they're introducing it and what they're doing and trying to educate the public basically.
Mm-hmm. And what's the best way? Do you make the videos sort of like interactive or like are they fun or just purely information?
Ideally it's to educate the audience, so there's a lot of information there, but I'm trying to do it so it's my journey and it's a bit more interactive in that way because it's my take on it and it's not just a scientific based thing. It's trying to show my journey of how I'm finding all this out.
Okay, and so if anyone wanted to get involved in wildlife photography, then what are your tips?
Well, get a camera, first thing. Just go on any websites, blogs, whatever, learn about the subject, because the hardest thing about wildlife photography is not knowing your subject. If you don't know it, then you can't photograph it well. And if you can't photograph it well, then you can't make a good photo, basically. So I'd say probably, go on the internet, do a bit of research, get yourself a cheap camera or whatever, contact anyone you can, and then, start from there.
And best and worst experiences?
Best and worst experiences. Probably because I've been doing this Red Squirrel project for so long. It was probably when I was up in Scotland filming them, and I built like a little hide that I could take down every day, and I baited up the area with nuts and hazelnuts and things like that, their best food, and then got there at dawn, before it was dark, whilst it was dark, before the sun came up, and then. Just basically waited around and then waited for them to come. Eventually they did come and they were within a couple of feet of me. Because I had this camo up as a front, they couldn't see me. And it was just the best thing to sort of take your eye away from the viewfinder of the camera and actually see them feeding right in front of you, and it's really good. But the worst experience probably going somewhere, spending all this time and not getting anything. There's one time last year where I was trying to photograph a kingfisher, and I built a fake perch basically because once they favour a perch they tend to use it every mealtime. So I did that, made it ideal because in this place they didn't really have a specific perch. So I took a couple of weeks going there again whilst it was dark so they couldn't see me when I was entering the hide. And then I spent every day from about sunrise until about at this time it was probably about 12 o'clock, and then I saw them at the opposite side of the estuary, and it wasn't good. So I was spending all this time, and I didn't get anything, basically. But that's what happens.
Yeah. Oh, man, that must be frustrating. But the squirrel thing sounds absolutely fantastic. And so how can people see your photography?
Well, I have a website, but that's down at the moment. So the best way of doing it is probably either going on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Mark Fox Photography, or either that or my website. Hopefully it will be up and running shortly. So that's www.markfoxphotography.co.uk.
And so are you going to be exhibiting your work, Mark?
Well, actually, this summer I'm at Falmouth University and I'm just graduating this year. So this summer I've organised, along with my course mates, a exhibition which is going to be held in Bristol, and that's called Nature Exposed. That's going to be an exhibition that holds a whole range, not just wildlife, just a whole range of natural history photography. That would be quite a good thing to go to, and that's going to be on the 8th of June to the 13th of June. And if you want to find out more, just go on their page, which is facebook.com/graduate show, or there's their website, which is natureexposed.org.